Does your trash can look something like this with a bunch of grime and dirt and trash in the bottom of it? Well, I'm a professional and I'm going to show you how I get them looking like this every single time. First, you want to get a bag and you want to climb kind of inside the trash can and pull out all of the trash and gunk that you can get with your hands. Next, you want to take a pressure washer or some kind of high pressure from your garden hose and get as much of the top layer gunk off as you can. And don't worry, this takes the majority of the time. So take your time with it and just keep hitting it until you get all of that grime off, because it's going to save you a lot of elbow grease later. All right, so now we're moving into the second phase, which is taking out your chemicals. We've got bleach, degreaser, and a surfactant. The bleach is going to kill the germs. The degreaser is going to get rid of the grease and the grime and the gunk. And the surfactant is a soap that helps everything mix together nicely and makes it really easy to scrub and gives it that real bubbly, soapy effect. And so what I like to do is I like to start on the inside, completely scrub the inside of the can. And then once the entire inside of the can has been completely scrubbed, I then move to the outside and I just let those chemicals sit on the inside to, quote, cook, so that it kills off all those germs and gets it real nice and clean. And so usually I would do the lid at the same time, but this lid didn't hold itself open, so it was kind of hard to keep the chemicals on it. But once you're done scrubbing the inside and you let it sit, you can then start on the outside. By the time you get completely done doing the outside, the inside chemicals have sat long enough that it should be completely done. So you can see here that I'm scrubbing the entire thing. I just use a tile scrubber from Walmart. It's Clorox brand. It's really nice. The only bad part is there's a lot of rough edges on a trash can, and I constantly find it tearing apart. And, I'm only able to do about 15 bins before I have to replace that. But pretty much you just want to cover the entire can, just thoroughly scrubbing using circular motions. Pretty normal stuff. If you know how to scrub something, then you're good to go. All right, and just like washing anything, now you've got to rinse it off. I like to use the high pressure setting just because it helps get anything that I could have possibly missed. So I just blast it really good and just rinse the whole can off. Theoretically, if you did a really good job scrubbing, it doesn't matter how much pressure you got, you're just getting it off by rinsing it off with some water. But like I said, I like to use pressure because it's easy and it's quick. So once you've got the entire can rinsed off on the outside, you can then start hitting the inside. I like to get the top rim with the pressure washer here, and that's just because the surface cleaner isn't really going to get the bottom edges there once it's upside down. But what I like to do is hook up the surface cleaner, as you can see there, and I stick it upside down inside of the trash can and just let it run for about a minute. Those are two jet streams that are moving super fast in a circle, and they are cleaning very high pressured all the way down into the bottom of the bin, and it just saves so much time. So as long as you did a good job with the scrubbing phase, that surface cleaner is going to do a wonderful job. And so now you can see here, I'm flipping it up right after it's been drying, and it is ready for the final phase. You can take a look and see how clean it got. Nice and clean, and this is about what you can expect every time that you do it with this method. And here you can see I'm spraying some Fabuloso in the can because it smells really good and it seems to last a while. People open the can and it still smells good a week or two later. Then as a finishing touch, I like to put a little quality seal on the can. It's a piece of masking tape, but basically it's a little tab that they pop off that makes it seem like they got something new. It's almost like peeling off that piece of plastic when you get a brand new phone or something like that. It's just a nice touch at the end. And there you go. I just made $30 doing that trash can, and they'll be more than happy to have me come back and do it again.